Okay, here's our near-term boundaries of the market from a shorter time frame standpoint. There's our recent lows on the NAS 100 or NQ. Price patterns are identical for the most part. These two trade lockstep with each other. Here to me was our most prominent upper part of the most recent range. So we came out of the US session open in the middle of the road. What do I say in all my videos? Location, 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 and that I like to play the edges of the market. So whenever we're doing Qline trades, I like to see the 2 of 3. So number 1, I want to see good trade location, meaning I want to see price testing or doing a level sweep of a level. I want to see a level sweep. So I want good location. Number 2, I want to see a price pattern. And then number 3, I want the Qline signal. So I got to have 2 out of 3 for a high probability setup. So coming out of the open, I don't have trade location. The market's in the middle of the road. So I like on the edges of the street. I don't like to be in the middle of the road where you get run over. Because middle of the road typically means congestion, consolidation, or indifference in the market. The market's satisfied with where it's at. Sellers aren't in control, buyers aren't in control. The market's just drifting along, waiting for some something to stimulate it in one direction or the other. So out of the open, we didn't have good trade location, but I did like the higher pivot low formation that was developing from end of day yesterday into the overnight session. So we came out of the open, had a light sell test and bounced right away and held this lift, higher pivot, lift, higher pivot, lift, and we lifted. I thought that was a good area to be a buyer I had two things. I had price pattern, and then I had the Qline signal. So I had 2 of 3. Ran up, rolled over, bail. Put some money in the bank. Didn't see much I liked other than right here. We came down and retested and lifted. A little bit of a very low time frame. I guess you could call it a little bit of a double bottomish look, and it was higher pivot low. So the market lift, stair step higher, lift, stair step higher, lift, stair step higher, lift, stair step higher. Also, you can see the market has been holding, and we had another buy signal. It pushed up enough where you get your stop from break even at the bottom of the band, break even plus. Your entry should have been right in that area, and then on the hook, if you didn't bail, it would have come down, it would have blipped you out, so no harm, no foul. So now 2 trades, 1 winner, 1 sitting on your hands with a scratch, sitting on your hands waiting. We did come up and establish a bit of expanding the upper side of the range, but still well below the first kind of area of potential resistance. And then we got a really nice pattern. I like this pattern, and I hit this. So we just had a level sweep of a developing resistance level. We swept it, and then we had a M pattern with a rollover to a bear Qline signal. I thought that was a good trade setup because I'm not like seeing super bullishness yet, so you never know. Take a shot at the short side, might come all the way back down and need to retest lows and do a level sweep or keep on going or do a bounce or retest and a bounce. So I really liked the M pattern. So we had an M pattern after a level sweep. So there I had location, price pattern, and the Qline signal. Now, if I just would have blindly took every trade fully automated, I would have been short, long, so I would have lost a little bit, long, eventually would have been short here, so I lost money, made money. So let's just take this as if we did a connected trade. So I was short, and I was long, so that was a loser. The long to the short, that made money. The short to the buy, that's a scratch. The buy to the sell, that's a loser. The sell to the buy, that was a loser. The buy to the sell, oops, right about here, that was a small winner. Then a loser, then a winner, or that was a loser and then a big winner. So if I was just trading automated, I would have already been out of my daily goal. I think it was right about here. So even though I was in all that chop, nasty mess in the middle of the road and just let my, go to the automation, tie it in. Hey, baby, when I get a Qline bull and bear within a minute after the open or 2 minutes after the open, take them all till I'm over daily goal or to a daily loss limit. Right in here, I would have been over my daily goal after commissions. So that's if I took everything like a dumb monkey, didn't even think. So even in a congested market with no real direction, that's what Moneyball's, or that's what Qline is about. So you're never going to blow out your account taking all the Qline trades. Not going to happen. In every sequence of 2 to 3 signals, there's always something linear that you catch on these lower time frames. It just works like clockwork. We did have a series of higher pivot lows here. I didn't touch anything. I did notice this later in the day. We did come down and retest this area. So we had a pivot from here in the overnight session. We had the pivot from morning session after the US markets had opened, and we had a perfect retest of it and lift. So US session double bottom intraday and lift, and boy, did that baby run. Institutionals came in, they ran buy programs and stocks. They were pumping options and futures. And it makes sense. There's just no sellers. Nobody's selling and taking this lower, so why not come in and buy it and push it back up into the higher range before they sell it again? We ran up and we have not had a Qline short signal, I don't think, until just recently. And now we're just below a key resistance level. That's that key area of resistance, and we still have not come out and done what I would call a retest yet. We're right up there, getting close. So no levels retest yet, or no level sweep. So they're probably going to bait people in, pump it, test the level, sweep it, and then that's where some sellers may come in. But I mean, it's kind of late in the day now. I mean, look at that. No Qline sell signals on a lower time frame. When you see those, that's all institutions. It's all in the beginning phase. I was watching this while I was working on some stuff with programmers. It was buy program activity hitting in stocks. Options volume on the buy side was strong, and they were pumping futures. So now there's some distribution going on now where those that were long from lower levels are starting to unwind on the future side. I'm not paying attention to the option side right now, but yeah, not surprising. Absence of sellers brought in the buyers, and they came in and pushed it back up into the prior range. Now, this market is still heavily sold off from recent highs. So it's not like, oh, everything's getting bullish again. That's not what's going on. It's just when there's absence of sellers, institutions are going to come in and take advantage of it and push the market higher. It's to their benefit. So there you have it. Qline setups. Always look for 2 of 3 things, either trade location plus a Qline signal or a price pattern with a Qline signal. And on occasion, you'll get all 3. You'll have good trade location, good price pattern, and the Qline signal. If you have any questions, let us know. And then let me type in here real quick. So www.quantvue.io if you want to get free trial access to the Qline indicator, the Q zone, the Moneyball. We got Moneyball dual indicator on deck. So all kinds of great stuff currently available for subscription with some initial free trial period, and more on deck. Hoping to have the Moneyball duel out, by the end of this week. So there you have it. If you have any questions, let us know at hello@quantvue.io. Have a great day.